Hey y'all. In a previous video, I did a comparison of the Intuition Premium and the Intuition 3M Wizard Liner. And if you remember from that video, one of the main differences between these liners is that the Premium has laces and the Wizard does not. Only at the top do you have a spot for lacing up. Well, I decided to change that. So you will probably realize this is not usual, and to be honest, it's not that easy. Here's the tools I'm using to do this. Obviously, you need the eyelets, that's these. This is all the busted ones that I messed up when trying to put them in on the Wizard Liner over here. You need to buy this little thing here. This lets you set the eyelets. It's sold separately from these. I'm using a 1/4 inch, which is probably a little bit on the big side, but better to be safe than sorry. And these are going to get put through a fair amount of stress, so bigger is probably better. This is the hole puncher I'm using. This is the hammer that you use to set the eyelets, and then all these other things, little pliers, scissors, pliers. These are snippers. That is all to remove material from the liner, the foam that sits right around the eyelet, because you need the eyelet to be able to go all the way through the liner for it to work. So I'll show you the process. First thing you do is mark out the spots where you're going to hole punch it, and I just copied from these liners and marked it out with a Sharpie on both sides, right here, here. 6 eyelets needed per liner. These are sold in sets of 12, so in theory that's all you need, but messed up a few of them. You can see they're kind of mangled, some of them, so it's good to get extras so you can play with it. It's especially challenging up here where it's a lot thicker, so we'll get into it. I'm going to start with hole punching. Got our spot there, lining up that. And you do this for all 6 on the skate. Once you are hole punching these, you might find that the material stays stuck a little bit. I see I've got the foam cut, but I've got to use the snippers here to clip it the rest of the way off. And since I'm punching from the outside in, you'll see that the inner material doesn't fully get cut. So I'm using these very small scissors to cut the circle out. I'm use these instead. Perfect. I can see the hole. So I've gotten all 6 holes punched here, 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 and on the other side. The next step is I'm going to start setting the lower 4 eyelets. I'm going to have to do a bunch more work on these ones in the top area to remove foam from around the circle so that the eyelet can compress the area and get the eyelet to grab on itself. I can show you how the eyelet works real quick here. There's 2 halves to the eyelet. You can see that they slide into each other, one into the other. Focus is pretty bad here on the iPhone, but they slide through. And the way it works is that on this side, these little teeth need to flare open and hold the other one in place. So I'm going to set the bottom 4. All right, so I got my little helper here, and I got the liner. The first one I'm going to do is this one here. It's pretty easy to access. So what we do, take the one that has the longer flange and try to press it through the material here. And right off the bat, it doesn't fit. Okay, so this is actually pretty challenging. This hole, my hole punch is kind of too small, so I'm moving it, kind of reaming it out a little bit. I'll even snip some of the foam, try to get it out of there. And ideally this pushes, so you kind of make the hole bigger by pushing on it and try to get that through so that you can see all the metal poking out the inside. That's honestly the hardest part. And what I've been doing is using this scissor to push the material. Oh, it's so hard to see. Push the material out of the way so that the metal sticks through. Oh my gosh, finally. Okay, so what we're looking for, you can kind of see the metal sticking through. That then allows you to place this piece here, and you can see that it's going to work because the metal sticks through right there. So, next step, take this little anvil, place it on eyelet here, set that down there. See that? Take this thing, line it up in the middle of the eyelet. Ah, okay. Take the hammer. Oh man, it's pretty tight. Ow, 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 ow. Fuck. Doing great. Wasn't too bad. Oh my gosh. Okay. Look at the eyelet. Fucking great. Alright, I'll try not to smash my finger on the next one. That fucking sucked. Alright, so there's a lot less material. Like, it gets thicker, like, right in here. So down here, where I put this eyelet in, I can push my finger most of the way through. That's super helpful, because then I can just meet this right on there, and I immediately can see the metal sticking through. So then I will arrange the female part, receiver, what have you, on top of that. This is very promising. Let's go ahead and set this eyelet down on the anvil. This little guy on top. Yep, 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 looks good. All right, no finger smashing this time. Shit, it's hard to line it all up. That goes on there. Fucking hell. Oh, yeah. That is what we're going for. That shouldn't come out. Hell yeah. All right, got these bottom two set. They look really nice. Very happy with it. I'm going to keep going and show you how hard it is to do these ones. I'll just show glimpses of the struggle. All right, I have 4 in. Feeling pretty good. So a couple things I'm doing here are snipping the foam around the circle to try to get some of the bulk out of the way. Just kind of snipping, kind of putting it into the liner like this, snipping around, being careful not to cut my finger on the backside, of course. I already smashed one finger, I don't need to cut it also. Yeah, then just kind of working this hole open a little bit, as they say. Getting some of the material that I've used the snippers to remove there. And let's see how close I am when I take one of these. Oh, interesting. One of these. Try to press it through. Okay, it doesn't go in. Okay, so bigger here. Oh man, I'm not even close yet. Yeah, so this goes in But you can see all the material still in the way back here. And from the inside, there's definitely no way I can set this yet. I gotta keep going. All right, so I've been snipping. I've been cutting. Pushing this thing through. Scraping it out. Really getting after it. The goal is when I push on this hole, ideally I can press this in, feel it on my finger, and it'll push all the way through to the other side. Still going. All right, I'm on the upper one. It's in this reflective section, way thicker, and I wasted this rivet, which is fine. I have more, but you might be able to see the metal get flared up the wrong way. So I'm going to pop it off, do it again. I'm also using this strap to just hold things out of the way. Fucking hard. Okay. All right. I think I finally succeeded on this one. It's dark on the outside, but what you can see here, hopefully, is that it's grabbing. Should hopefully stay. All right. Now just repeat one more time on the other side. Freaking A. Okay. I just did the final one. Let's take it apart. See how it looks. All right, so multicolored. Yeah, 3 on this side, 3 new ones, 3 on this side, total of 4, including the original one, which you can see is smaller. Yeah, I guess let's review here. So I'm gonna lace them up. I'm gonna throw them in my skates. I'll remind viewers that the only reason I'm doing this is because Intuition Premium with the lacing really locks my heel in a way that the 3M Wizard just doesn't. And in the 3M Wizard, my toes get jammed into the front of the skate. And I thought that maybe if I could lace the liner, it would hold it closer to my foot or pull my foot back in the skate. That's the whole premise of why I did this. The final piece here is would I recommend doing this? I would say once I skated, I'll figure it out, but it sucked. It was really hard, and the foam around the eyelets on the top was really problematic. So it might be worth it. It might be worth having like a cobbler do it. If you've got tools and determination, I'd say go for it. Otherwise, probably just buy the premiums or, suffer through, whatever. Anyway, thanks for watching.
All right, checking back in. This was after my first skate in them. You can see they're still sweaty. All the eyelets held up. This worked perfectly. I'm pretty sold on it.